Olympics round 10. So we're at Mexico, Dutch drummer Hermanos Rodriguez. Hope that I pronounced that correctly. It should be an easy enough one, but now we're heading into quali. I'll just check to see if the championship could be decided here today. Let me see. Six standings. Well, not today, but it could potentially be decided next week. Last time out, Ronzales took the win in a Corsa, but it was Finlay who finished second, keeping up a record, having actually he hasn't won a race since round 2. And now loading in for Mexico quali. Track limits are going to be the huge thing here today, and because the S's will be in particular will be the main point of track limits discussion here, because it's very easy to actually mess up and leave yourself with multiple penalties. Tyres strategy would be interesting. It's not only a 2-stop where you have a soft medium medium or a soft medium soft. It's your choice as to which tyres you prefer. And I mean, if you're outside top 10, a 1-stop is common enough. As well, today, who's first out of the pits? It's Captain Kaku, just out ahead of the McLaren. We've got almost a full grid here. It's James Sismix who is second out then. Here, let's see who we gotta know. So not even out laps here. So here we go. Oh, we got a yellow flag. That's just a slow car. And we'll go on board with Jimmy Sismic here as he starts a lap into turn 1. Okay, clip the apexes here, but don't clip him too much, otherwise he'll be invalidated. In this case, he clipped him enough, but has managed to keep it valid. Now into for another very similar corner after end of another long enough straight. And managed to keep his just with track limits there for a slower section of the track before now coming into the S's, where the invalidations is really easy to pick up if you aren't careful. And there we go, right at the end, just when you think you're through, and then in the last sector it's actually decent enough for track limits. You're just but the real time gain is in sector 1, well, sector 2. So Captain Kakil is the first person to set a proper lap at 13.9. So Sancho is beaten by about 4 tenths, and Finlay, who is 3,000 of a second off, so very close. Via Simplex starting a lap. Panos is we'll just see what his first sector is. It's a 28.0. Let's get a comparison. This is went with the mediums, so we'll just quickly draw up the tires. Yep, mediums. So let's see now. Picor is set at 14.0, no one 14.0. And now it's on slow. Because you just want to save as much of the tyre as possible. And Viri's Simplex is just backed off. So there's something happened in his lap. Okay, we've got 56.3 after the second sectors. So let's see now where this time. It doesn't look like it'll be a great time. It's a 15.2. So not great for Kev. So now Panos went P3, so he's managed to sell himself a little bit just ahead of Captain Kaka, Lomon, Pick or Kev. Jamie Panda now is 14.9, not a great lap in the context of it all, but I'm sure there's probably improvement. 6 Barrett, he'll be looking to pull himself up the order, and we'll see what his sector time is now. It's a 27.9, so a bit faster than Kev, although considering where he is, he probably would want to be. Tail racer on the lap now, so Spaniards actually went on pole at 31.2. Oh god, and I've had the wrong track map on this whole time. Terribly sorry there. It's invalid for Terror Racer, so it's probably a trip back to the pits. Simplex out again. Here now, let's see who else is out. James Sismic is looking. Who wants the first person? Well, second person out on track to set a lap early on. However, he didn't get the lap in thanks to track limits. So, he'll be looking to avoid that this time. Yep, perfectly enough this time, keeping well within track limits. So now let's see where 10, 11, 12, 13.6, so P5. And time to send the ramp up a little. Terrace ended up sending a 113.1 as well. A couple of hundreds off Spaniards. And he's putting himself well ahead of Sanchez and championship leader Finlay. So here now, simply starting a lap here. Oh well, finishing one. P6 now, well P5 then P6. It's somebody jumping. Panos, yeah, Panos has jumped him by less than a tenth, but he's jumped him. So, let's see now. Ronzais in the lap now. The softies will played 54.7 second sector there. So 10, 11, 12, and it's a 13.4. So he thought himself ahead of Sanchez and Finlay, but he's behind Spanias and Terra Racer. So Karem here, who should be looking to find himself high up the grid. 53, 54.5, and now it's just this last sector he needs to go. Oh, help. Time to back off and maybe get out of his teammates' way. Well, just go for it now. I mean, yeah, that can be. Yes, no enough lap even, if it was valid. So now to turn 1. Looking good so far. Oh well. May as well burn those ears now, just get back to pits quick, because there's not much you can do with them tyres now. So let's see Bjorn starting a lap now. I assume Krem will be in the pits. So let's see. No, Spanish is at a 12.9, which is a very good lap there. So, it sounds like 16 people have set laps so far. That is that's enough now. So, competitive enough, although it seems to be broken off into groups for lap times here. So you've got Finlay, well, who's now set at 13.0. And then you have Spanish for Finlay, and then Terra Racer, who top 3 fighting for pole position once again. Ronzais is then on his own, and then maybe doing sideways limit. Then you got Panos, Houseman. Actually, stretches on long from maybe about 4th to 10th. Then there's a bit of a gap between Sismix and Kev, Berra, Captain Kakil, Normand, Pecor, and that's it. And then Jim Panda is just set a bit of an unrepresentative lap time, most likely. So now, oh, Kevin Magnussen has joined. Apparently, but I know that somebody else has joined mid-quali. It's a 50-50 chance as if they will actually start at the back or they'll start where they qualify. Oh, and I got the ref glitch. So, anyways, it's 2 minutes remaining, well, just over, and well, looks like we've got a very good fight for pole position, between 3 people, possibly more if some people can find improvements. Panos has beaten Ronzais by 1,000th of a second, so we could say that it is a close one so far. I believe it might be Hype Skulls who has joined here. There's big confusion. He's not in the Red Bull like normal, he just haven't been the Haas for today. So here's he going. It's a lot of yellow flags, so Kev gives an outlap. He'll need to jump out of the way, and which he has done. And now Burris jumped out of the way. So it's effectively like bowling, except the pins actually go down without you having to do much. That's a reference I never thought I'd make. This Crum's about to actually complete a lap here. 11, 12, 12.9, it's pole position for VRT Karem. Finlay is starting a lap now. Spanias will be looking to try take back the pole position he has had for most of this session. So let's see now. Karem's retired. He's down 600 in the first sector, Spanias, so as well, AI Magnussen's pulled over. It's just 14.4. Well, so let's see now. Spanias, he's up in his time, but not by enough. And let's see, Spanish has done it. He has done it. He has managed to take pole from Carem. Finlay, who's at his lap invalidated, is not going to take it. Ronzais has actually beaten Terra Racer, so he manages to split the alphas and get on the second row. That's pretty much it. As Jim Sismic ended up P6, Panos P7, Sanchez P8, Raymond P9, Houseman P10, Simplix P11, Kakli P12, Kevkut P13, Burry P14, and oh dear, that's not the way you'd want it. As you just got two cars stopped for whatever reason. So that's it. After a very exciting quali, it's Spanias who claims pole with a 112.7, and it's just under 2 tenths ahead of Carem, who hasn't had the best rate of form in the last couple of races, but is back now, P2. Finlay takes P3, Rosés P4, which splits the alphas with Terrace and P5, Sismic P6, Panos P7, Sanchez P8, Raymond P9, Houseman P10, Simplix P11, Cackle P12, Kevin P13, Berry P14, Longman P15, Pickoff P16, Bjorn P17, Haas P18, Panda P19, Goosey Trotto X P20, no time. Whew. So, we're just waiting for session to begin. So, that's pretty much it. Yep, everyone's ready. Formation lap time. The Haas has glitched to the back. All Hype's goals, I believe, whose internet has been a bit of a problem in recent races, but I believe he's got a LAN cable, so that should be a bit better. Everything should be alright. The Jim Panda is just, what's he doing? I see tyres now, so everybody is selecting mediums outside the top 10 except for Lawmon, and the other has Hype Skulls who went with softs. The softs are brand new, so that is a plus for them, but they still won't last that much. So, lining up now, there's probably going to be a slipstream fest going into someone, so it actually might be a bit beneficial to be starting behind somebody. But mainly for the guys in the second row, they'd be looking to maybe challenge into turn 1 if possible. Although turn 1 and the first couple of turns of Mexico are always a bit chaotic. Plus this way you can pick up an early penalty that could ruin your race. So, 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights. It's lights out in Mexico. We are racing and Spanias has got a very good start. Karemis have tucked in behind as there's going to be a slipstream fest down to turn 1 as you've got cars moving all over the place and see no dives here for the lead. You've got Jim Sismic who's made a fantastic start. He's up into P4. He's gone past that race and runs Zayas. And meanwhile, is there anything happening at the back that we have to keep an eye on? No qualifying, so straight back to the front. Oh, I need that's it. Oh dear, that's a spinner. That's Jim Sismic, and it looks like he may have caused one or two things. So maybe the top guys have got out fine. We'll have to see now who's got damage. Up, Sancho has. He has got major damage, an end plate gone. So it'll be interesting to see who's in the pits and what strategy they'll go for. And let's see now. Also, Spanias is set fastest lap. Sancho is staying out, and hang on. Terrace is just glitching for a bit, yeah. Jim Sismic's in the pits. He has to be. And Ferrari Bjorn in the pits as well. It seems like everyone's survived enough without getting damage, or well, major enough damage to warrant a pit stop. Oh, we got a spinner! Oh dear, Green trying to X, he's in the wall. Like, McLaren's have went from decent, and that's the Haas gone as well. So I guess not great, and have to be in soon enough. You know, a situation similar between these guys here at the front. Let's see any action. Raymond is Sancho who is kind of falling down a bit now because of that damage he sustained. He's fairly close behind Sismic. So now at the front it's still down for 3-4 here. Spanias now, he'll be so Here's the Krem. He's not quite close enough, and seems like there's not much happening between these lot. Oh no, I mean, there's a battle going on here. We might as well take a quick look at his 15-16. Beres past Panda. I know penalties would be a big thing, so I'm gonna switch that on now. So, Spanias is keeping ahead of Karem at the moment. Oh, Kaptikak has picked up penalty, and we got Spinner, is it somewhere? Oh no, VSC! Oh, it's the Red Bull! It's the Red Bull, not Simplex, it's Panda, he's out. Yep, that's what it is. So, Spania's here, we'll have, see now, it'll be interesting to see who can get the safety car restart right. Not going yet, I think Karem just wants... Oh, it's going now. Espanias is locked up a bit, so now Karem is going to have a big opportunity here. He's gone for the inside, battling for the lead, and it's Karem who had the inside there. Espanias has had to concede because if you went for moving the S's, it wasn't going to end well for you, for someone, well, somebody. It could be both, or it could be one of you. But the fact is, if it could be you, so it's better not to risk it. After all, he does have a championship to fight for. It'll be a hard enough battle for him, but now he's going to burn his ERS along with Karem. He's still burning. You probably should stop this stage because now Spanias has got a huge advantage. Finlay is almost falling out. Oh, he's running in and out. Spanias was looking for a way past, couldn't quite find one. He Karem on the grass there, and Spanias was over there, so both of them having slight issues, but nothing that will deter them from driving at the moment. But now Finlay is catching it back in as a random yellow flag's just come out. Apparently there's some random glitch with at Mexico. So yeah. As down for males, they've burned the ERS a lot. The top two here have got a lot more ERS to use than the others. As we got another yellow flag, as Clear Trotter X is already being lapped because he's left. So now Karem will get free DRS off him, and that will protect him against Spanias. But Spanias is getting such a good slipstream that he's actually going to get him. Maybe. Or not. Huh? Oh, Karem's got 5 seconds, and that's surely going to be removed. Well, at the moment, it's a 16-point gap between Spanias and Finlay, so if it ended like this, it would be less than a race win between Spanias and Finlay. So we could see it spice up if Finlay makes a mistake, or and there's another yellow flag. It's gone now, but that's why they were slowing down. So Karem's gonna not happen now because he'll have to serve it, and there's no oh, he's spun. No, he spun out of there, and it's an easy enough space to spin out of. Oh, that's another random yellow flag. There's another yellow flag here. Now it's green, but this game is glitching a lot today. So, Raymond's past Panos, so they're battling into chicane. It's probably a warning for Panos. Oversteer for him. Raymond ran a little bit wide. So, neither of these actually did that much. Captain Kakil Picor now, so there's more switchbacks here. In this case, Picor loses out. Kev will now look to take the final points. This is or not. Or there's more yellow flags. They're actually getting a bit, well, they always have been annoying, but the magnitude of the annoyance is just getting even bigger. Spania's keeping up his ERS, so it looks like Karem's in a bit of trouble in terms of that. As Bjorn and Sismic, I guess, they're having a battle now. So, we're getting some action here all over the place. And, don't tell me it's going for it here into the S's. And they're keeping going. So, fair play to these two for actually keeping it clean throughout the S's. And in this case, it's Bjorn who gets the position. Although it's not really going to mean much for their championships, because no points are being awarded for 16th and 17th. As Captain Kak went off track, he's fallen down the order, he's now 12th. So 9th has now become 12th for Captain Kakil. His teammate is leading at the moment, but with that 5 seconds, which might get removed. It depends on what the PSGL regulations would say. Spicorson picked up a penalty, and things with strategy now. He's going to pull in the pits. Karem is into the pits. Spania is also in the pits, so he's taking advantage of not having to worry about undercuts in order to actually maybe he'll just actually get the ahead anyway. So Spania's out. Karem waiting 5 seconds, so it's just going to be a long wait. He's now got his tyres. Bjorn is out, so he's crashed, and that brought the VSC, which does help Karem a little bit. So here we are now, DRS enabled, we're going racing again. Terra Racer's now picked up a penalty. He's dead out because of Terra Racer has well, Finlay has did pit. However, Karem isn't on a stage where he isn't close enough to be able to catch up and maybe take the lead back at some point. Where he's got to get past Ronzes, Finlay and Spanish, although they've been held up by Captain Kakil on the train up ahead, being led by Pickhorse in the pits now. Barrett's dead out, Kev's dead out as well, Captain Kakil's dead out too. So all these guys moving up positions. Panos is also the pits. So here we are now. So now Finlay trying to move in Captain Kakil after Spania's got through. He's done it. So this train is only going to be helping Karem because there's only 1 or 2 cars out. Well, Captain Kaki, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Oh, and Captain Kakis went wide. Oh well, no, he's not always here. And Terrorist went for it. Oh no, and well, Ronzeus. Oh my. And then I spawned, so that means that is one person out of the way for Karem. He is now free to go after his teammate. This should be an easy enough move. I doubt Captain Kaki will be looking to fight this one too much. Doesn't look like he can. However, Karem now, he's very close now to oh, the snow red bullet. Oh, nice. Symbiolex, he is in the lead at the moment. He's not stopped. There's more yellow flags, and they could easily ruin somebody's race. So now, oh, there's a dive from Finlay and Berra. And oh, that's allowed Karem through as well. And that's allowed Terracer through as well. Who actually a bit later. So he has been a huge benefiter now out of all this. Spanias has gone away. And Karem's now past Finlay. So now it's Kev. Let's see what he can do. Can he defend from Spanias? Spanias is going past, but not by enough. Well, no. Kev has managed to. Well, yes, has managed to fight that one into the corner. Perhaps through it. So let's see, Simplex still in the lead. Spanias is now Karem now. He's set fastest lap 16.8. He is past Kev. And now it's a chase down of Spanias. However, he has not really got the ERS. He'll have to rely on pure pace through the corners. So now Finlay's going to go past Kev. These two battling. Lock-ups from the pair of them, and so Spanias is now caught up to Simplex. So this should be probably the most important pass now, because it's the one for the lead. Although Simplex is looking to make something that maybe a medium soft out with this, I think. Tires there if you want. As yep, Spanias has passed. So no one's picked up penalty, and as of now, no penalties for, well, the net top three, because you got Spanias who's in the, well, the on track as well net lead. Oh, and Siblix has spun it. Oh, that's the worst place to spin. He's got a reverse, and now he's into the pits. He's managed to avoid damage, and is very lucky to do so, thanks to a ghosting, I assume. So, I guess the tyres were just at the end of their lifespan. If he didn't have to spin, he could have just put himself in the pits and been happy enough to switch tyres. He's now on the softs, which can do about, we should only push him about 7 laps, we could probably do 9-10 with brand new softs. Beardy Krebs have picked up a penalty, so that is not going to help him in his mission to catch. Oh, that's another warning, most likely. So we'll just expand. Yes, he's got one warning. Karem. Hey, he's had a lap of or track limits that just went out the window. He'll have to be waiting for now to need the second stop. Finlay is keeping with him. Terrace is keeping with him as well. Then you got a bit of a gap to Lomon. Barra is trying to start 16 laps. Fair play. He's got to get a wing change though. So now he's on the softs. And there'll only be 10 laps on the softs. And then another 10 laps. So now it's 1.2 between the leaders here, Spanias and Karem. Finlay also there, so he'll actually claim P2 once penalties applied, unless he gets a penalty himself. And as of now, just the one warning, so not looking likely for him to get a penalty at this stage, unless he just went up haywire from in the race. Oh, we got the ref glitch there, so it's now 1.1 between Karem and Spanias. The ERS situation is starting to even out a little bit more. I still have got the same top 4 now. One interesting thing is Karem could be out of sight by now if it wasn't for that 5 seconds. Maybe not, because then he'd have to have gotten through on the traffic first. Just a minute. So, interesting with something. Sancho is 90. Got his wing repaired, so Raymond's in the pits now. He said that might be a wing damage, because surely he would have dragged the mediums another couple of laps. Yep, it's a wing change. Damage for left end plate. So another set of mediums, he'll have to hope he can get to the end. Now Karem's winning DRS of Spanias, so perhaps now you might see the Alpha of Finlay fall off the back of Karem. Raymond's have picked up a time penalty. I just check quickly on the order for the long straight here. So Spanias, he is keeping it ahead of Karem at the moment, but Karem is going to have to maybe he'll need to force something most likely. There's more critters now. Houseman in the pits. So I'm not sure now. And Le Mans actually up to 5th now. He's been running being for 14 laps. So that means he's been in lap 6 pretty much. He'll have to get off them tires soon enough. Maybe the next lap or so before going another set of mediums to the end. So now Spanias has to move across track to try and keep Karem out of slipstream. Tyrus has now picked up a penalty again, so that is interesting. We'll once again check warnings. Nothing changing for Finlay. Spanias, no, nothing changing either. Still the same train as before. Let's see. Can he finally pass this lap? The DRS situation now is in his favour, so he can probably afford to push a little. But it seems like everyone's just settled in at the moment, waiting for someone to make a mistake, which isn't happening at the moment. So now it's close enough between the top 4, well, there's always been, but now it's probably a bit closer. Panos is looking for a way past Norman now. We'll turn back to penalties for a moment. 3 seconds for Virti Karem, 6 for Teresa, 6 for Lawman, 3 for Panos, 12 for Kev, 3 for Simplix, 3 for Pickford, 6 for Captain Keki. Then it's 3 for Houseman. Oh, Panos has passed Lomo. But, well, 3 for Houseman, 3 for Sanchez, 9 for Raymond, Haas. And that's it. We try to exercise it. So again, not much changes. It'll have to be a strategy call that'll make the difference. Whether it's going for softs or it's going for maybe a different, or near the mediums. Get a jump. So, nothing changing again. And normal, he's keeping going. So, I assume he wants to get the soft at the end. So, still no changes here. Again, a lapped Haas. We have Simplex is past Kev now. Simplex has had a decent race. He was leading for a little bit. So no changes again. Actually, Terror Racer, he went at pits, so he's going for the undercut, and he's taking a huge gamble. The others are still out an extra lap, maybe relying on the power of a DRS train to drag them around. I mean, Karem's been building up his ERS for a push at some point, whether it's on an undercut or an overcut. So now we'll watch here now, so we can get perspective of everyone. Spanias has went in, Finley's went in, so Finley's decided not to go for an overcut. Karem now is pushing it, so. Oh, yellow flags. It's Mercedes at Kev. I believe. Panos in the pits as well. Let's see how much Karem's been pushing his ERS. Spania's here. It's actually been jumped by Terror Racer by a distance, so Karem is probably going to be in a bit of trouble. Own terrace and a big pass. Well, it's past from Zayas. Spanias has been well, There's a gap between each other. So now Karem, he's in the pits. He's now on the softs. Williams. Terres has passed. Spanias has passed. Finlay will be passed. So he's fallen down to 4th. And he's got a hell of a margin to chase if he wants to win this race. So here we are now. The undercut team pretty powerful here as Terra Racers now has managed to move himself up. So now he could end up on the podium thanks to Karam staying out, maybe hoping for him having the better tyres at the end of the race. So now Spania's managed to catch up to Terra Racer. Karem is at the fastest lap, so at least he'll pick up that point. So Finlay, he's just a bit in his zone now, so he might be falling into clutches of Karem soon enough. So now for the lead here, it is Spanias versus Terra Racer. Even with penalties, it looks like Spanias will just take the win anyway. But I think Spanias would like a car in between himself and yeah, although this will be his teammate, so we might see him backed up. So, as Spanish went for it, no, he stays behind. Although this could be the thing that Karem would need. Somebody to hold the back up if he can get through. Let's bring up back up. Oh, he's got 6. It's unlikely now at this stage. Looks like it'd be P4 at best unless he can maneuver himself into the lead, in which case it'd be P3 once the penalties are applied. So, not much. County as well. Finlay's closed up now, so he could end up taking this win if things go right. There's also a fight down in the midfield, but at the moment we will check in with so let's see now, is Finlay going to go for a move? If he wants to maybe make the championship look a little bit easier for himself, he probably would. Oh, and Cram's going for moving Finlay, so Spaniard's probably cheering at the moment, knowing that now there's a car in between him and Finlay, although Karam, considering to be on a mission now, he'll be looking to get Spaniards next. Oh, and Karam's went for the move, but that's probably as something he could have held on a little longer for. So here we go now. Is it? No, not. Oh, he's going for the outside. Outside now. It'll turn to the inside, so Vinci Karam and Spanias, who's going to get it? It's going to be Karam, and it's a VSC, so that move is going to stick. So now that VSC brought for Picor, who is out. So Terrace and Krem are 1 and 2, but well, 6 seconds of penalties is going to cost them. Unless they can get penalties removed, in which case they might be able to help themselves to a better position. Oh, warnings for Spanias if you really, if you must. Still, 2. So it's risky if he picks up another, and Finlay also 2. Thankfully, well, they didn't miss nothing. So Karem now, with about 2.5 laps to go, he needs to get a move done here, and then just pick up the pace and go. As we've had some beautiful racing, and also in the midfield here, but keep an eye and see if there's something happening, because the action here could result in 1 or 2 things happening. Oh, Teresa with a slide over there. He needs to Karamas to go now. He is gaining, he's gaining. And I think he'll gain enough. He'll go for the outside. Teresa knows he has to defend, so it's the inside for him. Karam has got it done. So that's another, or maybe not. Oh, and there's a spin. Oh dear. And that's it for Karam. That might be investigated though. So ay ay ay. Mate, I showed you the warnings, alright? So now lap 35, 26. Karem here is now P4 best, although investigations might come into play. Terrace also fell behind, so that means it's going to be just the top two here fighting on track for the win, and then it'll also be the win after penalties, because these two haven't been involved in well, an incident really of note. So unless it did something I don't remember / didn't catch. But it's final lap now. The Finlay is going for a win move to concede him the win, and while it won't seem the championship, but it would be able to help him, as Finlay is on the outside now. Inside, Finlay's got this for now. Finlay has the DRS as well, so he has this one now. So it is Spanias who has to stick behind. He's got one more opportunity, and that will be into sector 3. One last roll of the dice, as Karem has ended up passing Terror Racer anyways, so an investigation, I don't think it'll change much, because Karem was the victim of it, and in that case he's managed to amend his mistakes. So Finlay's have picked up a time penalty, so Spanias has managed to do enough, and he's doing on track as these two are side by side. Oh, that's touching. Oh, and Spanias has been spun. Oh, just so lucky's Finlay now crossed the line to win, but that one will be investigated. Karem takes second, Teres third, Spanias ends up second, Karem is now third, Teres fourth, Ronzeus fifth, Panos sixth, once he crosses the line. Sancho ended up getting 6 seconds of penalties in the end. So, last and half team, Raymond ninth, Symbalex, he'll end up ninth now, Raymond 10th, Barra just jumped up to 8th. Holy! That is a race and a half. I get the guys in for interviews now, if they're happy enough to. So that is it. So, race results after a brilliant race. Finlay takes the win in the end, but it'll be investigated. Spanias P2, Karem P3, Teresa P4, Zayas P5, Panos P6, Nolan P7, Berra P8, Sanchez P9, Osman P10, Simlix P11, Raymond P12, Captain Gaki 13th, Kev 14th, 50 for Haas, Shadow X 16th, Pickor 17th, well, DNF I think, Sesmic, Bjorn, Panda, other DNFs. Shadow X end up a couple laps down, so that's it. Well, that is your race here. I'll see if there's interviews. I might have to go soon enough, so I might have to leave interviews for the night. We'll just see. There might be, there mightn't, so... Yeah, I don't think I was trying, so I think so thank you all for watching. This is using more PSGL stuff during the week. I'll be back next week for Abu Dhabi, I believe, round 11. Which will be the penultimate round, and we could see a champion crowned. So, once again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next